Week was very good. I came all the way from Oman. It was a long flight coming in, and the instructor was very lively and interactive, which added the flavor to the course. It's actually my first official formal training, face-to-face training. So it was a very good session so far. Yeah. This is my first in-person training. I've done a lot of online trainings back in my organization, also for my personal career development. I find it very useful to be in face-to-face. It cuts out all of the work, like commitments and environments and calls. The time difference also helps. So when I'm in the class, basically my organization hasn't woken up yet. So that's a very good advantage there also. So yeah. We met people from the fire industry, from the oil and gas industry, from the like the hospitality industry. I come from the energy industry, so I think it's a major plus. We meet people from all walks of life, dealing with different issues, different risks, coming up with different models of how to do risks also. So that added a lot of value, to be honest. I think that was one of the main objectives that each participant, I think all of the participants prioritized networking when they came in, and I think the course really added that. It's really good. John is a character. I think it came as a how can I phrase it? Because usually when we go to formal training, it's quite dry, and the instructor is like monotone and doesn't really allow for much flexibility. Is all about professionalism and not crossing any lines, or basically sticking to a schedule or something like that. John brings a different way of teaching, and brings a whole different set of experiences. I think he started in a radio station, he mentioned. It was very surprising when he mentioned that. He's had a lot of interactions with people from the Middle East, from America, from Europe. He knows a lot about culture, our culture also, which is very nice. I learned a lot from John, and I hope to stay in touch with him also after the course. Yeah. Well, the main motivation is we're getting challenged back at home. We're going to be rebuilding the risk function. So we came with a lot of expectations on how to do things, how to approach risks. We have expectations from our board, from our senior management, from our colleagues. So we needed arsenal and basically tools to work with when we go back home. And somehow the course in its 5-day chapters addressed all of that, to be honest, especially on the risk assurance, on the risk appetite. Yeah. I think the main thing is it gave me lots of confidence in risk. It also gave us some horizons, or it opened our eyes on multiple new tools to use and new approaches in terms of risk. It answered lots of the questions that we already have coming in as John was going. So I think the main thing was confidence in risk management. Yeah. I think all of those things, but mainly strategic. So we deal with a lot of operational risk and some of the financial risk, but we're mainly tasked with looking at the strategic level. So I manage the enterprise risk management team, and that's mainly looking at the strategic risks. So lots of the questions that John was raising, that John was posing in the class, also the discussions with the colleagues, they all revolve around the big picture questions. So I think mainly strategic. Yeah. I really do. I think, like we mentioned, the networking plays a big part in your development, in your gaining insights around the ever-changing landscape of risk and how you manage it. So taking on any training opportunity like this one is much needed for any professional in risk management. I think for sure bring the tough questions that you have when it comes to risk management, because a lot of the questions that I had in the back of my mind, I was asked to list down on the first day. So I think that would be something that they need to bring, and they can do that. So the environment, as we spoke, John makes it very flexible and simple and lively. So any trainee would feel comfortable to pose the questions that he or she have in terms of risk management.